Anybody else tired? No? All right.
wrote some things down this time, so I don't say Stu's last names wrong and things. Again, like I did last time. Thank yous. We must have thank yous. Thank you. I have just the one that helps with all of this and makes stuff like this happen. Mr. Jace Wright and his team back in the light and sound booth. Give it up for those guys, please. Getting here early, getting the doors open for us, getting all the equipment out, helping us run all this stuff. That's so fantastic. So thank you very much to you guys. Ms. Molly Jacobs for allowing you to be here with all the things that are going on and always trying to keep her thumb on the pulse of what's happening with the CDC, what's happening with the city, with the allowances that they're giving us to be able to do this. So being able to open the numbers up and working with us, and thanks to you guys for the masks and for doing what you need to do on your part to be able to allow us to make things like this happen. So thank you very much for that. Also, it was already mentioned, but I'm going to say it myself too, a huge thanks to Miss Jenny Bohart for all of the dinner nights out. So give it up, please. It's not an easy thing to contact these restaurants. I mean, these things take up jobs too, and they're contacting me just trying to find just an opportunity for us to go out on a night. It'd be fun if we could coordinate times and all be there together, but again, that breaks that whole COVID thing. Once we're back to normal, whatever normal will be, but I just look forward to it, whatever it will be. So thank you to that. Also to Michelle Bartlett for all the hard work that she keeps putting in on the fundraisers and trying to find big dollar items so that you guys can raise money for things like band camp. Yeah, boy. Band camp's happening, folks. Mr. Wilson, Mr. Sullivan, myself, we went up for our third year in a row now on President's Day. And we went up to Emmanuel Pines, we checked out the campsite, we looked at the things, made some adjustments and some plans that we had as far as rehearsal space. And because it always rains up there, so we have to have contingencies about plan A, B, C, J, K, L, M, B. It's always having things to change. And so we've got that all set up in place. We've got flyers that are filtering around through sites. I've posted some things. I've sent some things out through the school messenger, even on last season's marching band site, Google Classroom for the students, just to be aware. We don't know yet. We haven't had a budget meeting yet to lock down the exact dollar amount, but we don't want you to have to wait. So we've gone ahead and say that if you want to go ahead and start getting tax credit money, I still have tax credit money earmarked from people from 2 seasons ago, from 2 California trips ago, and also 1 band camp ago. So with those funds, I'm going to either start getting in touch with you, or if you want to jump the gun on and get in touch with me, I've got those funds earmarked still to go to whatever we can do. So if you're a returning student, band camp, great way to go ahead and apply those funds to it. But we're trying to say right now to people that want to go ahead and put band camp or put tax credit money towards it, or want to start planning, or just go ahead and start writing some checks for that, so that it's not a lump sum that hits you all at once in July. We are telling you that it will not exceed $300. It was $275 last year, and we feel pretty confident right now, especially when talking to the students. Hey, who's excited about camp? And they just all lose their minds. So I think we're going to have a good turnout to be able to help keep that cost around the same as what we had last year, but we got to be realistic. So we're saying we will not go over $300 to help so that you can plan. All right, ready? Oh, this is really, really, really cool. We recently had the AMEA, Arizona Music Educators Association. As we know, nothing's normal right now. We're not able to have concert band festivals, so we're just doing our thing. We also have been able to do all of the honor festivals and all the things the way they were, but they found a way to say, oh, heck with it. We're going to figure out a way so the students can still push themselves, challenge themselves on their instruments, and still have an opportunity in an honor band environment. One of those is we are members of, the state of Arizona is broken down into a number of different regions. And so they're just called regionals, the regional honor band. We are members of the central region. And I'm telling you what, this is a tough region. We are in the same region as Highland High School, Campo Verde, East Valley heavy hitters, but also some other schools from around where there's some students in there, and it's like, whoa, these guys can play. We've seen their bands perform at festivals, and it's like, okay. Well, guess what? We're in that same division, that same region. We had 12 students audition this year. 8 students made it. 8 out of 12, 2/3 made regionals. Last year we had 2, And this is the largest number of student representation that Queen Creek High School has ever had. So it's an incredible thing for these students to push themselves to be able to get to that level. So give them another one, another real one. Now, before you finish that up, say a little bit more, because of those 8, 2 of those are in this ensemble right now. So I would like to have Stan to be recognized, please. On bass clarinet, Miss Brand Gladish, and on trombone, Miss Colin. Thank you very much. The first 2 tunes. Wasn't that a pretty song? If you I can't remember it now because you've been talking so long. You remember it. It was pretty, yeah? Yeah. Down in Sally Gardens, traditional piece. Absolutely gorgeous. We've had so much fun working on things. This, without having the concert band festival, it's allowed us to do some things in different directions, and for me to try different things as far as techniques and strategies. And it's been fun. It's been fun. It's pushed me, this whole year has pushed me as an educator to try different things. We've had to. And I've enjoyed pushing these guys. And the thing is, what I've noticed with them is they like to be pushed because they push back. I love it. It's so much fun, and we've grown through this process. And although the title on the program says A Night at the Symphony, that material's coming up with the Wind Ensemble, and people are like, well, how come we're not doing orchestral transcriptions with this group? I couldn't find it. Our library is very thin. We have very little reputable literature in our library, and I'm only able to purchase maybe 2 or 3 tunes a year with it, so I have to borrow. It's going to other schools' libraries and finding what I can. And over Christmas break, when I was pilfering other libraries, I couldn't find anything of that nature that I thought was really challenging for this ensemble, and I wasn't going to do it just to fit a narrative, because I wanted to push these guys. So I said, you know what? Even though we can't have a concert festival, I'm going to push these guys as if we're going to concert festival. So the fanfare that you heard that we opened with the Third Planet, that's a fun one. That was some challenges for us to really lock in metronomically with that one. And then of course the beautiful Sally Gardens ballad in the middle tune. And we're going to wrap it up here with this wonderful piece by Eric Morales called Sunburst. Hope you enjoy it. After this, just a real quick switch, and we'll bring up the Wind Ensemble. Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you.